Have you ever considered that some secrets are meant to remain untold? For God's chosen ones, silence can be a shield, guarding the sacred truths that protect your destiny and blessings. There is immense power in silence, a strength that goes far beyond what most people can comprehend. Silence can be your strongest weapon, your mightiest defense. In fact, silence could be the most powerful statement you ever make. Watch this video till the end, and I will tell you. If this is your first time on this channel, please comment what topic do you like, and subscribe. In today's world, where everyone is quick to speak, quick to share, and quick to broadcast every detail of their lives, the chosen ones must stand apart. If you are one of God's chosen ones, I urge you, never reveal these things to anyone. These are the secrets that guard your destiny, your blessings, and your breakthrough. To receive the wisdom of this message, type in the comments, "I am receiving," as a declaration of your faith. Without further ado, let's dive into the first point. 1. Your future plans and dreams. Guard them with your life. The first secret you must guard is your future plans and dreams. Chosen ones, listen closely. The enemy doesn't have direct access to your future. He doesn't possess a crystal ball that shows him where God is leading you. No, the enemy works through assumptions. He gathers his intel based on what you carelessly reveal in casual conversation. The more information he can gather, the more ammunition he has to sabotage what God has in store for you. Proverbs 29, verse 11 says, "A fool expresses all his feelings, but the wise suppress them." Let that sink in. The wise know when to remain silent. They understand the value of protecting what God has shown them until the appointed time. Don't rush to announce revelations that are still in their infancy. Don't share your dreams prematurely, especially when they're still fragile and vulnerable to attack. Take Mary, the mother of Jesus, as an example. She was entrusted with a miraculous promise, a destiny that would change the world forever. But she didn't run around telling everyone. No, she incubated that promise in silence, protecting it until the right time. Mary understood something that every chosen one must understand. Dreams are like babies. They need to be nurtured, protected, and kept away from harsh elements until they're strong enough to survive on their own. When you're in the early stages of birthing your dream, the last thing you need is outside interference, misunderstandings, or premature skepticism. Sharing your dreams with the wrong people can bring unnecessary adversity. Keep your vision private and surrender it to God in prayer. Some things are meant to be kept between you and the Lord. Yes, He may direct you to share certain aspects with a few trusted individuals who will pray for you and stand in agreement with you. But resist the urge to broadcast your plans to the world before they're fully established. By keeping quiet about what God is doing in your life, you give your dreams room to grow and flourish in a safe environment. You block the enemy's attempts to interfere with God's work. Remember, not all visions are meant to be shared immediately. Some need time to mature in the secret place. This strategic silence protects your purpose and increases the likelihood of its successful realization. Consider the times you've shared an idea or a plan prematurely, only to find it derailed by negativity, skepticism, or unforeseen obstacles. Those moments teach us the value of discernment. Silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. It allows God's work to unfold without interference, ensuring that your dreams are protected until they are ready to be revealed. For instance, imagine a student aspiring to start a new business. He shares his plans openly with a friend who dismisses the idea, sowing doubt in his heart. That doubt grows, leading him to abandon the dream before it even begins. Now imagine if that student had kept his plans private, seeking guidance from God and trusted mentors alone. His vision might have matured undisturbed, blossoming into something extraordinary. Such is the power of silence. 2. Family matters. Keep the sanctuary secure. The second area where silence is golden for the chosen ones is in family matters. Your family is your inner circle, and not every disagreement, financial struggle, or health issue should be made public. Don't expose the vulnerabilities of your household to people who have no business knowing your business. In a world where oversharing is the norm, resist the urge to air your family's issues on social media or in casual conversations. Whether it's a marital dispute, conflicts with your children, or financial challenges, keep those matters private. The enemy thrives on division, and when you expose your family's weaknesses, you're giving him a foothold. Proverbs 17 verse 9 says, "Whoever promotes love covers an offense." And 1 Peter 4 verse 8 reminds us, "Love covers a multitude of sins." Your role in the family is to protect, not expose. Be like Noah's sons who covered their father's nakedness rather than expose it for ridicule. Handle your family issues with wisdom and discretion, seeking counsel only from trusted, spiritually mature individuals who will pray for you and guard your secrets. Imagine if Mary had run to Elizabeth to complain about Joseph when he initially wanted to leave her upon discovering her pregnancy. That would have caused confusion and gossip. Instead, she trusted God and allowed him to work things out. Don't fall into the trap of turning minor family issues into major public spectacles. Handle them in private, and you'll see God's hand of restoration move in ways you never imagined. Family matters are sacred. They should be dealt with in love, grace, and discretion. When you protect your family from public scrutiny, you create an environment where healing and reconciliation can truly take place. In today's age of constant connectivity, it's easy to feel pressure to share everything. But remember, some of the most profound moments of restoration happen in silence. When you choose to guard your family's privacy, you allow God to move freely without the noise of public opinion or judgment. For example, think about a married couple going through a financial crisis. If they choose to share their struggles publicly, they might invite unnecessary opinions or even judgment. However, if they keep their challenges within the family and seek prayerful support from a trusted pastor or advisor, they create a safe space for God's guidance and provision to manifest. This discretion strengthens their bond and opens doors to divine restoration. 3. Your first victory and breakthrough. Wait on God's timing. One of the hardest things to do is remain silent after a breakthrough. Your first victory is precious, but it's also fragile. When God blesses you with a breakthrough, whether it's a new job, a financial increase, or a significant opportunity, It's natural to want to shout it from the rooftops. But hear me clearly. This is a time for silence, not celebration. There's wisdom in waiting on God's timing before you announce your success to the world. Early victories are like young plants. They need time to root and grow before they're strong enough to withstand external pressures. Proverbs 21 verse 5 tells us, "The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty." Rushing to publicize your breakthrough can actually undermine it, leaving it vulnerable to spiritual attacks, envy, and unnecessary competition. The enemy is always looking for ways to sabotage what God is doing in your life. If you're too quick to reveal your success, you might inadvertently give him the opportunity he's been waiting for. Look at King Saul. For example, after being anointed as king, the prophet Samuel instructed him to wait for God's signs before taking any action. 1 Samuel 10 verse 8. Saul's anointing was real, but it needed time to be established in God's perfect timing. Chosen ones, your first breakthrough is not the time to boast. It's a time to let your victory mature in private. There will be a time for public celebration, but early success needs protection. It's in these early stages that the enemy will try to steal, kill, and destroy the very blessing God has given you. By keeping your victory between you and God, you give it time to grow strong and unshakable. Consider the story of Joseph. When he prematurely shared his dream with his brothers, it led to envy and betrayal. Genesis 37. His breakthrough was real, but the timing was wrong. He endured trials and tribulations before his dream could fully manifest. His story reminds us that patience and discernment are key to fulfilling God's promises. Imagine a young professional who lands a significant promotion. Instead of sharing the news with everyone, he chooses to keep it within his circle of trust. This silence protects him from envy and allows him to focus on excelling in his new role, laying the foundation for long-term success. Silence, in this case, is a strategic move that ensures his victory remains secure. 4. Your financial situation, the enemy's favorite target. Let me remind you of something critical. The enemy is always watching. He's looking for any opportunity to attack. And your financial situation is one of his favorite targets. In this era of social media, where people are eager to share every new purchase, every vacation, and every promotion, it's easy to fall into the trap of flaunting your blessings. But hear me well, this is a dangerous game. Proverbs 13 verse 11 warns us, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." Wise individuals know this truth. Wealth is built quietly, steadily, and with patience. It's not something you need to show off to the world. In fact, the more you boast about your financial situation, the more you invite the enemy's attacks. The enemy thrives on jealousy, greed, and pride. When you reveal too much, you give him the ammunition he needs to stir up envy and chaos around you. Consider the story of King Hezekiah in 2 Kings 20 verses 12 to 19. After the Lord healed him from a deadly illness, Hezekiah made a crucial mistake. Envoys from Babylon visited him, and in his pride, he showed them all the treasures of his kingdom. This act of pride eventually led to the plundering of his wealth. Chosen ones, guard your financial details. Keep them between you and God. By doing so, you avoid unnecessary drama, jealousy, and attacks. Let your financial growth be a testament to God's provision and wisdom, not a boastful display that invites trouble. Imagine a family quietly paying off their debt through disciplined financial stewardship. Instead of announcing their progress, they focus on their goals and give thanks to God in private. This silence shields them from unnecessary scrutiny and ensures their financial stability is rooted in divine wisdom. 5. Your spiritual encounters. Sacred moments are not for everyone. Dreams, visions, angelic visitations, and divine revelations are treasures from the Lord meant to strengthen your faith and guide your path. But hear me well, chosen ones, some things are meant to stay between you and God. There is power in silence and wisdom in knowing when to speak and when to keep certain experiences hidden. When Mary received the life-changing message that she would give birth to the Savior, she didn't run around seeking validation or explaining it to those who wouldn't understand. She incubated that revelation in her heart until the time was right. Similarly, the Apostle Paul speaks in 2 Corinthians 12 about being caught up into the third heaven, where he heard things that were unspeakable. Chosen ones, learn to nurture these spiritual seeds in silence. Pray over them, meditate on them, and let God reveal when and how to share them, if at all. Your spiritual encounters are a test of your closeness with God, but they are not for everyone to see. Keep them hidden until they're ready to bear fruit. Imagine someone receiving a prophetic dream about their calling. Instead of sharing it widely, they choose to pray and seek God's guidance. Over time, the vision matures, and when they finally act on it, the impact is undeniable, revealing God's hand in every detail. Closing thoughts. Silence is a weapon. Chosen ones, by guarding your dreams, your family, your victories, your finances, and your spiritual encounters, you protect what God has entrusted to you. Don't fall into the trap of oversharing or seeking validation from the world. Your approval comes from God, and His timing is perfect. When the time is right, He will exalt you. Until then, remain humble, remain silent, and watch as God moves on your behalf in ways that will leave your enemies speechless. Please remember to leave your comment and subscribe. We truly appreciate that.